Hello guys, my name is Vivian and you're welcome to Let's Talk About It. This channel is going to be about lifestyle, giving tips, storytelling and sharing life issues. And this is my first time on YouTube. Yeah, first time YouTuber. So I'm going to start by sharing with you my own story. When I was like between 13 and 14, my mom asked me to go stay with this family in Ife, Osun State, Nigeria. But when I got there, it was a woman with her 4 children. You know, her husband was not around because it was based in Abuja. He was a pastor. So I started schooling in her school because she was a teacher. So I started schooling in her school. It was secondary school. And I noticed she was also a part-time lecturer in OAU University. So that makes her a very busy person. Everything was okay, and I like the family too. Very beautiful children. So along the line, the husband came back to Ife. I think he was transferred back to Ife. Though it was a pastor, and he has to work too. So he was looking for a job. No job was forthcoming at that point. Searching, but he kept on searching. The woman would come back late. She used to come back between 7, 8 because she have a lot to do, and she's a very strong woman though. Everything was okay at first. Then later I noticed the husband started looking at me in a way that it makes me uncomfortable, but I did not say anything. I was just feeling like, oh, okay, maybe he was just trying to make me feel at home and make me used to him, as though he knew how naive I was, but obviously not. Everything started by him wanting to cuddle me, like him wanting me to give him a hug, and I would refuse, but he would force it. He would force me to hug him. So it kept happening and happening to an extent that so there are some hugs that will last a very long time, that I'll start feeling his erected penis, which is gross. And he would do that when no one is there. He wouldn't do it in front of his children, and he can't even try it in front of his wife. So he actually knew what he was doing. And before them, I remember they asked me if I was a virgin, and I told him yes, I haven't done it before. I've never had sex before. So it was like, oh, that's how girls used to say. And before you know, and at the end of the day, they are not. I said me. So I don't have a boyfriend. I've never done anything. I'm still, so it was like, okay, that he would like to confirm it. So in my mind I was like, what's this man trying to do? Actually, I knew I was small then, but I actually know what that means. It means that he will want to sleep with me. That's what it means. But I did not say anything, sha. So after then, the issue of hugging me, cuddling me it keeps happening, and I'm wondering what's going on. Like, I don't like it. Sometimes I will even tell him, sorry, like, you're not supposed to be doing this to me, and he will be like, oh, don't you hug your dad? I said, yes, I do hug my dad, but my dad doesn't get turned on while hugging me, and it doesn't last. It's not this way. I know what a good hug should be. And he'll be like, oh, don't worry, I will teach you how to hug your dad. At a point I got tired. Sometimes I would struggle. I would struggle for him to leave me alone, to an extent that my ribs started paining me. And you know what it means for your rib to pain you. Ribs pain is very painful. It's really painful. So my ribs used to shock me, sometimes to pain me. I wasn't myself anymore, and he wouldn't stop. And I cannot tell his wife, because the woman was a very strict one. She used to beat me. I have a lot of marks on my body that she was one that gave me. So she was a very strict one. I have to call my mom. I find a way of calling my mom. I told her that, look this is what is going on, and I don't think I will be able to endure it anymore because this is getting too much. This man is going to rape me one day. He will. And that's not, he's not the only one. It's not the only problem I'm facing. Every holiday we always go to Elisha to visit the woman's parents. So we call them grandpa, grandma. So anytime we go there, I always go with the children because the woman have to stay back because of summer lessons, and she has a student in the uni to attend to. So it's just me and the children that will go to visit grandpa and grandma. So I noticed the grandpa too was trying to sleep with me. He even started by he was like, are you not ripe enough? So are you not ripe enough? That's what are you still waiting for? Come to my room. So that I didn't even know what he meant by are you not ripe enough? But me, I shall went to his room. When I got to his room, I was like, you asked me to come to your room, and he was like, oh yeah, remove your clothes. I was like, remove my clothes. That was when I knew, okay, what he was trying to do. Like, okay, am I not ripe enough to? So I told him that, sorry, I don't know how they do it. I've never done it before. That I don't think this is right. He will not be like, keep quiet, Joe. Say like, it will not pain you. That don't worry, it happened like twice like that I was kneeling down begging and crying. When he saw that, it's like this girl did not want to comply, he sent me out of the room, and he became very harsh on me. He used to beat me with cane. So I explained all that to my mom, and she told me that I think you should come back, because I don't want you ruin people's home. And also they were only trying to help us, so it's better you come home. But I stayed back, and because I was writing exam at that time that I called my mom. So I managed to finish my exams. Then let's say I finished my exam yesterday and I left today because I ran away. They didn't even know when I was going. I just packed I just took my books and few of my clothes and I left. So I still have a lot of my clothes in their house. So that's why I left. So when I got to Ibadan, I explained to my mom that I couldn't bear it anymore. It was just too much. And she was like, oh, you've done well, my daughter. That's the right thing for you to do. I went to see my brother, and my brother, when I told him, he was so shocked to hear everything that had happened. The man actually called my brother and was like, I was asking if I was there, and my brother said yes. After my brother said yes, that's why he got the call. We tried calling him back, we called his wife, they did not pick, and they did not call back up till today. Maybe they probably blocked her numbers or something. So there are some family friends that heard about it, and they were very, very angry that how would something happen. And if at least the woman should have done something, like should have said, oh, why did she leave? Like if she's someone that she really cares that much, she should have called my mom or called my brother and asked, why did she run away without letting us to know? What if something had happened to her on the way? She did not. That was how everything went. And they keep trying to go with me to Ife, at least to sort out things, to make her to know that, okay, she didn't run away because of anything else. She ran away because your husband tried to rape her and was molesting her. That's why she ran away. My mom stopped them. She said, I didn't want you guys to go and break someone's home, and they were only trying to help us. So just leave it. So far he did not have his way. That I know my daughter is sick now, let me take care of her. Everyone was so angry. The badness that she wanted to do was, or she feel like she was about to do, was she telling the woman that, oh, your husband tried to rape my daughter, or your husband molested my daughter, that's why she ran away. And her daughter, my mom was happy that okay, her daughter is fine now. Okay, so there's no need going to meet them. So far, my ribs were aching me. I was very, very sick. I couldn't stand up. It became so worse when I got home, and she had to start treating me. It took me like 2 months to regain myself. My mom, okay, let me tell you now. My mom massages bone. She treats bone because she treats my ribs that were paining me. She treated it. She treats strokes, and she does this infertility for women, except the woman is barren. But she treats infertility for women, that the woman will be able to have a child or will be able to conceive, because I've seen a lot of people that she's done that to, a lot of women, and there are testimonies here and there. So watch out, hit me up, or if you know that, okay, if you have someone that is trying to conceive, so far she's not barren, my mom should be able to help, and she's very, very affordable. She treats stroke. I can relate. I have 2 friends that my mom treated their dads, and they were okay, so note that. So that was how everything died down. Can you see how a lot of people keep quiet about molestation? They feel like, oh, it's not rape, that it's not rape, so there's no need like coming out to talk about it, because the people will feel like, oh, you are accusing the accused wrongly, because you don't have an evidence of any, so they will actually turn it against you and use it against you. So that's why a lot of people keep quiet, and I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Abuse is abuse, rape is rape. No matter how it happened, if someone abused you, you have to say something. If your parents are not doing anything about it, and go to the police station and report. I'm very, very happy these days that people are taking legal actions about all this kind of attitude. I'll be very happy if it continues to be like that, because a lot of women have suffered, a lot of children have suffered. I think I'm going to talk about the children's part in another video. That will be in my next video. So you can see how a lot of people keep quiet, and that man was a pastor. People that preach against immorality, people that preach against you not defiling yourself, what do you think about them being the ones defiling you, being the ones defiling all those children, being the ones defiling women? Those people preaching to you that, oh, thou shalt not defile yourself, or that keep yourself and keep your, most of them will say, keep your virginity until you're married. They are still the one who will rape you. They are still the one who will finger you. They are still the one that will press your breast. It's really annoying. And those people, they need to be punished. The government should start hanging them with their penis, using their penis to hang them. That's what the government should be doing to them, because they are not different from the normal people that, okay, that they accuse of rape, and they are doing something to them, or at least they're punishing them. So all those pastors should not be. And I think a lot of people are not actually speaking up about this. And this same pastor, could you believe that at my workplace, someone that is she's like a manager to me at work, so when I told her about this man, he told me that, oh, that this same man, that she knew the man, this same man molested her friend, and the lady called me and she was telling me that this man is evil, that he did the same thing to her. The lady, we did a video call, and the lady was just raking. She was so angry. This is what happened to a lot of girls. I was staying in his house, but what about the people that go to church, that worship in his church? And felt like if I had seen him around that time, that period of time, or that point in time, I would either stab him or do something very nasty to him, or because that was how upset I was. You know, when I was in his house, I couldn't do anything, or just because of fear. He pressed my boobs, squeezed my butt, pressed my body, was just touching everywhere. But I was just happy that he did not have his way, because he almost did. So my advice to all the ladies out there is that you guys should start speaking up. It doesn't have to be a pastor, it could be anybody. Just learn to speak up, okay? Our former society doesn't permit us to say things, doesn't allow us to speak. We're only meant to be seen but not heard. But now everything is changing. Nigeria is becoming better when it comes to these kind of issues. So I would advise you to start speaking up, and I think we should all take the advantage to make life easier for us. And God bless you as you do so. And I thank you guys for listening to me, and I hope you enjoy my video. Please don't forget, subscribe, like, follow, and click on the notification bell beside the subscribe button, so that anytime I upload a new video you would see it. Thank you guys. I will see you guys next week. I'll catch you guys next week. Bye.